Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So I apologize, the lighting is a little bit washed out looking in here, but I will first of all say this video has to do with watching Jimmy travel, and it will be a vlog style. So I will be Mr. Chatty Pants. So if you got these two things, grab them if you got them. If you don't have the Be Stronger Than Your Excuses cup, which does not come with coffee, unfortunately, we could probably work something out. We definitely can't work something out. Oh, my abs, my lack of abs. I did a super crazy workout. Look what Jimmy did yesterday. Look, busted a freaking light bulb, causing all kinds of problems in there, aren't you? Huh? Of course, he's ignoring me because he's in trouble. So first of all, it's going to be about Thailand in 46 days. I am so not ready for this. I am drooling. First of all, yeah, Thailand, 46 days away. Before you know it, it's going to be like 30 days. And I'm not saying that I'm not ready mentally. I'm saying financially. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to tackle this monster. I will be in Thailand. Well, technically, I'm flying into Thailand in 46 days. And then I will be flying back out of Bangkok to here 6 weeks later. So I will be there a total of 6 weeks. So I'm curious, what are your, originally I thought when I went to Thailand, I was going to do a month in Vietnam and a month in Cambodia and a month in Thailand. But now I'm only going to be there for 6 weeks, but I actually pushed my trip much closer to the original, or much, okay, so I'm going at potentially the worst season possible. If you ever look up what the best season is to go to Thailand, it would be like November through, I think it's like January or something like that. So I'm going in a really rainy season. I'm not worried about it, and the reason I'm not worried about it is because I love the rain. I'm not worried about the humidity. I love when there's not a ton of tourists. So if I can go there when there's more rain, and I understand it'll be humidity or humid, I don't love the humidity. I don't know if I just said I love the humidity, because if I did, that's just crazy. I do not like the humidity. But accommodations, everything I think will be more affordable. There will be less people harping on you, trying to get you to buy stuff, I believe, like the tchotchke stuff and things like that. And the reason I say that is because they know when the busy season is, and they know when to kick into full gear. So I feel like it's going to be a pretty cool experience, more, getting the experience of the actual culture and what these, not going when it's all lights and crystals and all, magical or whatever. Go when the people are actually living their daily life. And that's what I'm actually interested in. I actually have a goal to make an amazing video of Thailand. I'm going to start stepping it up dramatically with my editing process and stuff like that for travel videos, to make them just start putting myself on the map. I want to increase my revenue, obviously, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Not that I want you to increase my revenue. I'm saying I'll talk about what my revenue is and stuff like that. And affording travel and stuff. But what I'm thinking is 2 weeks in Thailand, 2 weeks, because I stayed in Maui for 2 weeks, and I know Maui's not much, but it was probably too much. Maui, I'm actually wearing the shirt. I have not worn this shirt until this video. I stayed there for 2 weeks, probably too long. It could have been done in a week. I know Bangkok and Thailand, all that has way more to offer than probably Maui would, as far as like size and culture and everything. But I will say that I am thinking that maybe 2 weeks could be sufficient, and I wasn't supposed to do Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam till the end of this year, next year. But I figured, hey, I need to kick it up into gear. I have 6 countries that I need to hit this year. That's my goal. So I think it's important. I'm trying to see every country in the world. I'm going to see every country in the world that is safe, within reason. I mean, you gotta love making videos when you live with your mom. What does she do? She's like, hey, I got like a bunch of pillows. Do you want some pillows? And I'm like, now my phone's going off. What the hell's going on here? Freaking going nuts. So, everybody want to mess with me when I'm doing stuff. Any other time, they want to mess with me too. I'm not going to lie. So, I'm thinking 2 weeks Vietnam, 2 weeks Cambodia. And the reason I want to go to like the killing fields of the Cambodia. Vietnam, I haven't really looked at anything. I'm not doing a ton of research other than like the passport information, visa information, because I feel like aside from that, it's probably I'm going to learn as I go. I did 3 weeks in Costa Rica, and I think towards the end of the trip, it was probably perfect timing. I could have stayed a little bit longer and maybe, did a little bit more research on some other Caribbean areas, but I think it was good. It was good. It wasn't too long. I think it was sufficient. So I think 2 weeks. I might have to stretch it out. Maybe I'm asking you. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should do 2 weeks in each place? Do you think I should do 5 weeks? Actually, no. It would be because the last week is going to be in Bali. So I'm going to Indonesia for the last week. So June-ish, 9th, I think. I go to Bali for the last week, and then on the 16th or something like that, I fly back over to there, and supposed to be going with some friends or a friend that has other friends that I don't know, so that could be crazy, but that could be fun. So I'm excited. They seem like super nice people from what I hear. So aside from that, I'm curious if you think I should just do like 3 weeks in Thailand, and then maybe go for 2 weeks to Vietnam or Cambodia, and then maybe skip a country. But that'll put me at 3 countries for the year if I did that. So I'm just trying to think about what you guys, I'm asking, strategize with me. You know what I mean? Like, work with me here. Help me figure this out. What do you think would be best? Also, people ask me this all the time. People think I must be loaded. Dude, I drive a 2004 Cadillac that everybody's like, oh, you drive a Cadillac, you must have money. My car's worth $2,000. That's it. And you know how much I paid for the stupid thing? Not stupid thing. It's been really good to me. $7,000 on payments. Like, I can't even afford a $2,000 car. If you bought it cash, $2,000. Okay. I currently live off about combined between about $300 and $400 per month. That barely covers my credit cards and my phone bill. And I split my couple bills with my son and different things like that. So when people say, oh, Mr. Moneybags or Mr. Rich or whatever, it's not about the money, okay? The travel is about not limiting yourself mentally. I just explained, let's do the math on that. Let's say we'll meet it in the middle, $350 a month. $350 times 12 equals $4,200 a year. Okay? $4,200 a year. You take out probably half of that, if not more, for bills. That doesn't leave me with much. Okay, my accommodations are not Hyatt's or Holiday Inn or whatever when I travel. When I travel, my absolute max is usually $20 per night for accommodations. And hopefully, I hope usually, that includes meals, or at least a meal or something like that. So for people to say, oh, it must be nice, you can travel, this and that, And the funny thing is, this is coming from people that make $60,000-$70,000 a year, or 30 or 40, or even 25. Okay, $25,000 is 20,000. I don't even need to do the math. $20,800 more than what I make. Yeah, you probably have more bills than me, but you can minimalize, and I guarantee you could cut enough bills out of there so where you could have half of $4,200 and go see a new country. Okay, it's possible. It's just, it's not important to you. It's important to me that I see as much in this life as possible. That does not have to be your dream. But don't come to me saying you must have, people paying your bills and this and that, and going on and on and on. No. I pay my car insurance. I pay my student loans. I pay my cell phone bill. I pay rent. You probably did not know that. I have to pay rent. I have to pay electricity. I have to pay I have to pay for my websites. I have to pay for, oh my gosh, like 8 different credit cards. I'm so screwed. This trip got me screwed because my son worked so hard to save all the money for his end. So I ended up getting a couple credit cards to be able to meet up with my end of the cost of the travel and stuff like that. So I kind of put myself in a little hole. So I'm digging slowly out of that hole or whatever. But aside from that, I sign up for all the miles programs with every airline that I choose. I sign up for the miles program. I do hotels.com, and you get the 10th night free. I have like 4 or 5 nights banked. I also, but how I travel, a lot of people ask me this. First of all, how I travel. How do you travel? How do you afford to travel if you only make this much money? Okay, so the first thing, I gotta turn the air on. It's getting hot in here. Should I turn the air on? It's gonna be loud. I'm gonna do it anyway. Look at that. Look at that. You like that? Oh, please don't go out of focus. Wonder what the hell Jimmy's doing. Probably getting in trouble, I'm sure. Doing something. Is that gonna come on? So, the first thing that I do, he's eating my tripod. Come here, Jimmy. Come here. Hey. You guys want to see Jimmy? Have you seen Jimmy? Probably have. Come here. Come here, Jimmy. Watch this. Where's his bottle? Watch this. Yep. Works like a charm. Come here. Come here. There he is. Oh, okay. Okay, don't be crazy. Look, say hi. Say hi to everybody. Look, 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 look. He's got dirty little nostrils. Dirty little nose, don't you? Want to get down? That's Jimmy. I wish I could bring Jimmy with me when I travel. Go for it. Ready? And go. Go. There you go. The first thing I do when I travel is, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand when you look at any big purchase, it can be extremely overwhelming in life. Whether that's traveling, or a car, or a home purchase, dead air, I know, or whatever it is, furniture or whatever. A lot of people look at it and they're like, that trip's going to cost $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever. Okay. You could go to Thailand for 30 days and you could spend on your entire package $20,000. Okay. I could go, or you could go, and that same trip, things would be changed. You may not be going all out, but you could do the same trip for $2,000. And I know that sounds crazy. You're like, no way, there's no way, there's no way. Okay. First of all, yes, there is, and I've proved it. Okay? I know how to save as I go along. I ride buses instead of taking taxis. I take taxis and I negotiate. There's you always just go the cheapest route. And I'm not saying that's how I want to travel forever. I'm saying if I want to travel now, which I do, that's what I have to do now. If you are working a job and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to travel as much. So your travel once a year or whatever would be much more extravagant than mine. But I will travel continuously. So it's different type of travel. My travel is basically like living at home in another country, if that makes sense. I'm not going and doing extravagant things. Maybe you do. I don't know. But when I'm at home, occasionally I go to the grocery store, or I go pay some bills, or, go hiking or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm basically just moving my destination here to another place and continuing and doing every once in a while doing little things or whatever. So that being said, the first thing that you do instead of being overwhelmed by travel is you say, okay, how much is the plane ticket? How much is my plane ticket? That's the first thing you got to look up. You go to the Hopper app. You go to wherever you need to go. I got to mute this phone because this is going to drive me nuts. I go to Google Flights. Google Flights happens to be my favorite, although I will say I went on Hopper this time, and Hopper was about $40 cheaper for my ticket, so keep that in mind. I don't get into all the Skyscanner and stuff like that. It just seems like if I go to a website and there's like 100,000 different things on the website, I get overwhelmed. Okay, Google Flights is extremely simplistic. Hopper, extremely simplistic. I like it. I just click my date, move my date, move my date, move my date. Best price, click, done. You have to go through travel things. You put your passport information in and blah, blah, blah. So the first thing you do is buy your ticket. Don't worry about the money that you have when you get there. Don't worry about where you're going to stay. Don't worry about how you're going to afford to eat. Okay? I'm not saying book a ticket tomorrow that you have literally $500 for and you have no money or no source of income or a way to make income once you get there. I'm not saying be dumb, okay? What I'm saying is if you have a month before you leave and you have a way, whether it's a job or a hustle or whatever it is, to make money before you go, get your ticket, make sure you're going, start working your tail to the bone to get there. Meaning, you have your ticket, biggest expense almost always. Unless you're one of those really expensive travelers, if you're staying in that $1,000 hotels, you're probably not going to be watching my video anyway because you don't need to save money. And this video is not really steered towards saving money. I'm just trying to get you an idea of how I do it. After you get the initial thing, first of all, beware about booking lots of time in areas you've never been. If it's like Cancun and you've been there 5 times and you love a certain place, cool, go for it. I get that. But if you're going to a region for the first time, like for instance Costa Rica, I booked a week in Ezuma, or I can never say it, Escama or whatever it was, Escuma or something like that. I booked a week there. It was like in the middle. It was a nice little town, but like, what? Why was I there a week? I ended up leaving after 2 days because I couldn't find anything to do. So be careful. I would say the one thing that you want to book is the first night, okay? If you're going to a region that you're going to be booking in a couple weeks or you're leaving soon and it's a high season, you probably need to dive into doing some more research and get your stuff booked, or else you're going to lose it. But if it's way out there, there's plenty of places to stay. You're not going in the high season. Be flexible. Remember, also, there's many places that are not advertising on these sites, okay? So worst case scenario, you're probably going to be able to find somewhere to stay, unless you're going to like Maui, where just not enough accommodations. But if you're going to like Bangkok or New York or something, let's be realistic. There's always usually almost, besides like New Year's celebration, there's going to be somewhere to stay. Okay, so book your first night so that you're not stressed out. You have somewhere to go. And then you can research where you're going to go next. After that initial booking, you are going to, I recommend figuring out a roundabout idea of what it's going to cost you. Now you can do this a couple different ways as far as accommodations. You can book large amounts like a week or 2 weeks or stays all around or whatever, so that you, with hotels.com, so that you can have somewhere to stay if it's a busy area, just in case. If you don't cancel that before you stay there and you stay somewhere else, you're going to get charged for it. But if you need to make sure you have something as a just in case scenario because you're a panicky traveler and you're worried, you can do that. But remember, it's like 3 to 5 days or something like that before then. You need to make sure that's canceled if you change your travel plans, or you will get charged, meaning you're paying double for your accommodations, the place you're staying plus that place. You could also, if you don't want to do that, you can get an idea of, say, if it's like between, I want to stay between $20 and $50. So you say, okay, I want to spend 20, I'm going to stay $20 and $50. Either you're going to book these nights individually and pay for them in advance, usually gets you a better deal on hotels.com, 10th night's free. Check out the link in the description below. Aside from that, you can say, okay, I'm going to spend $30 a night. Next time I get $30, I'm going to put it in my account, save it. 1 night down. Next time I get $30, put it in my account, save it. 2 nights down. You chip it away, chip it away, chip it away. You don't look at travel like this freaking enormous thing. If you do, you'll never do it. You'll never go. If you're worrying about the money, you're never going to go. Okay? If you want abundance in anything in life, you need to let go of the scarcity. Stop worrying so much about what you don't have and create more of what you want or will have. That being said, you chip away those things little by little. You say, okay, I want to go to this place. This is going to cost me $20 for a day trip. I want to go to this place. I'm going to need $100 for transportation. I'm going to need $50 for cabs. Get yourselves all these little things and chip them away, chip them away, chip them away, chip them away, week by week. I don't care if it's $5, $10, whatever it is. Every penny adds up. How are buildings built? Massive, massive structures. The Burj Dubai, how was it built? Did they just be like, boom, it was built? No. Tiny pieces at a time. Tiny pieces, tiny pieces, tiny pieces, tiny pieces. And it's suddenly done. It takes years sometimes to build buildings. So remember, get your ticket. After that, work on little pieces at a time. Little pieces at a time. Little pieces at a time. Don't look at them as massive projects. I have a question. We're done with that. I have a question. Do you think I should pack heavy this time or light? I packed really heavy in Maui, but I had a car. Packed really light in Costa Rica, but I didn't have much to wear. I basically wore I had like 2 or 3 outfits, and they were just like gym shorts and t-shirts, which was fine for the area. I'm curious what you think. Maybe I could bring a little bit more stuff that way. But I have 2 bad shoulders, and I don't know if I want to carry the pack around, a huge bag. My last question is, how do you guys stay fit on travel? That's what I'm wondering. Do you work out? Do you get memberships? Do you go like daily clubs? Do you do yoga? You know, I'm interested on understanding what you guys do, because I really just want to know. I want to know because I'm going to be focusing on it myself, because I'm actually doing like a mass building as far as like gaining muscle this month. But next month and into my Thailand travel, I will be doing like a cutting phase. So I'll have a lot more cardio involved because of all the walking and stuff like that. But I'm also curious, what kind of things you guys do to stay fit. Do you guys just completely fall apart? Don't answer if you do. But yeah, that's what I'm curious. So I'm curious about all those things. Also, check out the links in the description below. As always, I love you guys. Keep up the good work. We have 700 and hold on, let me see. 777 more subscribers until we hit 10,000. So let's hurry up and do that. If you guys are not subscribed, please do. Keep up the good work. Travel often. Don't wait till you're old to travel. Okay. I do see people that are in these large groups of older Americans or people from the U.S. and they're seniors and stuff, and I get it. That's cool. But it's very taxing on your body. And maybe it's not, it doesn't have to be. But I think to get the fullest, the crazy, the cool experiences or whatever, go when you're young. Go meet people around the world, because then when you get older, you have places to stay. You could go hang out with those people when you get older, because you're like, oh, do you remember when we were partying it up in Beijing or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of things that you want to do when you get older, not meeting those people for the first time necessarily. But if you are older, it's perfectly fine. Start now. Don't wait, 10 years. Stop putting it off. Stop putting it off. Book a freaking ticket. I would love to see somebody book a ticket and put it in this description below. Put it in the comment section below where you're going next, why you're going to do it, and if I inspire you to travel, tell me why. Thank you, guys. Remember, be stronger than your excuses, and remember to spread love, not hate. Drink your water.